Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I love flying into Vegas because you fly in, you land on the tarmac right next to the actual strip. I stayed at the Flamingo on Las Vegas. They just renovated their property, so I was excited to see it. They upgraded me to a king suite, so here is my beautiful king suite. I love all of the flamingo pink that was in it. I had 2 bedrooms, a living room, a king bedroom, this gorgeous bathroom with a walk-in shower. Oh, love it. And the view is awesome. I forgot the Sphere existed, so front row seats to the Sphere right here. That night, I flew in at like 4 p.m., and so dinner was at 7. I was meeting my friends for appetizers at Pinky's, and so I just kind of walked around the hotel and checked it out, and then headed over to Pinky's a little bit early, so because traffic is a little weird in Vegas, so some people got there super fast, and others were stuck in traffic, so it just kind of depended like what side of the city that they came into. But Pinky's by Vanderpump is the same Vanderpumps on TV, Vanderpump Rules, so it was really cool. They had some really fun appetizers and drinks, and here's my orange iced tea that came in a bird cage, which was really cool. My friend had a drink that came with cotton candy, and the other one had a flamingo made out of a macaron. It was really fun to see all of my friends I haven't seen in a few years. And then, they had this really cool dessert drink that my friend Sierra got. It's like chocolate. They melt some kind of chocolate over like the milk. I don't know. She said it was delicious. I forgot to ask to taste. So, all right, day 2 in Vegas. I started out taking a stroll in the Flamingo exhibit. They have these gardens on property. It's just right outside of the casino and right before the pool. And they have live flamingos, and then there's like fish and ducks and pelicans. I couldn't get too close to the flamingos. I do have a few photos, but they're from far away. Because, fun fact, a hotel guest tried to steal a flamingo and then take it to his room. I don't know what his end game was, but now we can't get very close to the flamingos, so that's a sad story. But anyways, I spent most of that day, actually I spent all of that day, morning and afternoon and into the evening at the pool. It was like 97 degrees on this day, and I just told my friends, like, hey, I'm going to be at the pool all day. They just did a huge $16 million renovation on the pool, and it was awesome. And the adults only side is open to the public, so I didn't have to go and like use my hotel key or anything. My friends could just come in and meet me, which was really awesome. And then we ate at the little cafe there at the pool, because when you're doing pool day all day, obviously you're going to get chicken fingers and french fries and a salad or a fruit platter. We got a little bit of all of that and shared it, and it was just perfect. The water, though, was freezing. Then you have to think, like, in Vegas, it's usually like 115 or higher in the summertime, so you're going to want that really cold water. But this morning was pretty overcast, and it didn't really get to the like high 90s until the afternoon. And so I just laid out by the pool for most of the day and worked on my beautiful tan until it got a little bit warmer, and then I got into the pool. And they had plenty of deck seating. I didn't have to fight for a chair. My friends and I were able to sit together. If I had thought of in advance, I would have rented one of these cabanas that was in the pool. It's like $125 to $200 per day, depending on which one you get. But if you can split it with like 4 or 5 people, it's not very much. And then that night, I decided I was going to eat this at this Cuban restaurant because I just love their coffee in the morning. So I told my friends if they wanted to come and hang out in the evening instead, they could meet me at the Savannah 1957. We ended up being there during happy hour, and so we got to try all kinds of happy hour food items. So there's like 4 to a plate, and it was only $10 per plate. And so there were 6 of us, and we just split a bunch of those appetizers, and we got to try almost everything on the menu, and OMG, it was delicious. 100% would recommend checking out Havana 1957. Obviously, I had to finish off dinner with a gold dip Choco Taco, because why not? Then I went across the street to the Bellagio to watch the water show. I haven't seen this water show since like probably 2021, 2022-ish. And so it was really fun to be able to see that at night. The Bellagio and the waterfront is just one of my favorite spots in Vegas. I love it. All right, day 3, let's go. I started my morning off with a little coffee from the Havana 1957's coffee shop, Cortadita, and then I walked across the street back to the Bellagio because this property is one of my favorite properties. Look at that glasswork on the ceiling. But my favorite part about the Bellagio is their conservatory, and so they do themes. It's typically with the seasons, although I feel like they do like 6 a year, so it might be every couple months that they switch it out, but it is live flowers and they make artwork out of it. And then they also have, like, not all of it is flowers. They have like displays as well, but the bulk of the display is made out of flowers. And then every morning they have florists that come in and they switch out the ones that are dying or that need to be replaced with new ones. And so as I'm going through here, it's pretty early in the morning. You can see the florists working on switching them out. And then also it's pretty early, so there's not a lot of people here. This gets so crowded you can barely move. So I was really happy that I was over here in the morning. Oh, look at that Fabergé egg with the waterfall feature. So gorgeous. And then over here you have like a gazebo and a spinny thing. Oh, a carousel. There's also a carousel at the Wynn too. So very cute. But yeah, Bellagio flower display in the conservatory. Beautiful. I went over across the street to In-N-Out for lunch and then hung out with the flamingos a little bit more and then went shopping down at New York, New York. And then I spent my evening in the hotel room. Day 4 was up with the sun, so while I was getting ready, I decided to record the sunrise. Vegas is in a valley, so it's surrounded by mountains, not the mountains like are in Colorado. These have 0 trees on them. They are brown hills, very tall hills. But with that being said, the sun peaks over the mountains whenever it rises and sets. And so the sunrises and sunsets in Vegas is one of my favorites. And one of the things I miss most is just the desert colors are gorgeous. It's like oranges and pinks, and sometimes there's purple. It was a little cloudy on this day, but it was still fun to be able to watch this back and see the sunrise over that mountain peak. Just elite. I love it. This day I also got a coffee from Cortadito and spent some time with my little flamingos. They're my buddies. I really enjoyed having coffee and just strolling this garden area. It was just so gorgeous. And then it was Xavier's graduation on this day. So my friend came and picked me up, and then we went straight to his graduation and got to spend a little bit of time with them that evening.
Xavier Power. Next year plans to attend Utah Tech University to study journalism. Xavier Powell. Caitlin Pratt. Going to play for 2 years. Next year plans to attend Concordia University in Nebraska to study religion philosophy. Caitlin Pratt.
All right, last day in Vegas was the grad party. So this was all about Xavier from sunup to sundown. They rented out a space in the art square in the art district of Vegas. We had about 100, 150 people come in and out. His dad is a chef, so we had some amazing food, and it was super awesome. I went next door to the art show and to this little spot, and then sadly, it was time for me to go home. My flight left at 6 a.m., so we are driving through the city bright and early at 3 a.m., headed straight to the airport. So till I see you next time, Vegas, I love you and see you soon. Bye.